Breath is the medium between the outer life and the inner life. By the help of breath, the elements necessary for the body can be attracted. And by the help of the breath, thoughts and inspiration can be gained. By the help of breath, all that is undesirable in the body and mind can be expelled. The secret of telepathy, of reading the thoughts, has the science of breath as its mystery. When one wishes to draw inspiration from within, breath is the key. Breath is a life current. Its value is known to so few. Breath in itself is a phenomenon, but the phenomenon becomes manifest when once the breath is fully mastered. The law of transmutation is also the secret of breath. What we give or gain from another without seeing or hearing, which we only realize as a result of the contact of someone, that is the effect of breath. For by the medium of breath, there is always something given and taken. So few are aware of it. In the presence of one person, one feels an inclination to laugh. In the presence of another, one has a desire to cry. Contact with one makes a person feel cheerful, with another, sorrowful. Sometimes, without there being one word spoken between two people, thoughts and feelings are transferred, without people knowing it, through the current of the breath. Breath is a link through which one individual is connected with another individual. And space does not make a difference if once connection of breath is established. The communication will be sure and clear if only the wire is tied to the sympathetic hearts. There is much that is common to the science of electricity and the science of breath. The day is not very far off when science and mysticism both will meet on the same ground in the realization of the electricity which is hidden in the breath. So Moshe continues here on the theme of contraction and expansion, qabs and bast. Contraction is the drawing in of the life field, the way that the life field of each one of us receives and absorbs and assimilates light, vibration, magnetism, sound, and even matter. And in turn radiates. So the more one is conscious of this rhythm, the drawing in of the breath and the drawing out of the breath, the more one becomes aware of a constant exchange, a constant transaction of life going on all around us, vis-a-vis everyone whom we meet. Whether that interaction is conscious or unconscious. And there's nothing in our hearts, in our mind, in our body that does not, some way or another, make an impression on those who come into contact with us, and vice versa. So we are in constant interaction. But so much of this interaction is unconscious. But when we become conscious, then we realize that what is in my mind when I'm with someone has its effect on that person, whether or not spoken. And that one's words are a manifestation of one's thoughts, one's actions are a manifestation of one's words, and there is a continuum flowing out from the soul on all of these different levels. Likewise, we receive on each level thought, speech, and word. Thought, speech, and action, we receive impressions. And the breath is the interchange. The more that we become conscious of the breath, the more that we inhabit it with clarity, smoothen it, deepen it, lengthen it, the more that our presence toward others can be a transparent one, can be an encompassing one, can be an intentional one. And when this practice is mutual, when there's an intention to meet one another in the breath, then, as Moshe says, that link becomes something profound that defies the boundaries of time and space. Once established, it is perpetual, even if you're not in physical proximity. It could be on opposite sides of the world, but that link of the breath has been established. And what makes the link of the breath possible? Moshe says here, sympathy. If you have at heart the intention of sympathy, it's not difficult to forge the link. Sympathy together with vigilant, fine attention to the give and take, the coming and going of the breath. That enables what is sometimes called telepathy. You hear news before it reaches your phone because there's a stirring already. All those with whom you're connected, you sense their condition. That's possible through the breath. Also, when the breath is clear, one is able to absorb only that which one wishes to absorb. In other words, if you are face to face with someone who is in a state of agitation, it's all too easy to catch the contagion of that agitation, to become stirred up yourself. That hostile presence, that agitated presence stirs you up. You find yourself confused and in a bad temper. But if the breath is clear, and even if one has mastered the breath, you keep up the clarity, you keep up the rhythm of your breath, you keep sending it out far and wide. You don't let it clamp down and contract. And then you can just take in what you want to take in. You don't have to partake of anyone's state. Just partake of that which is nourishing. All else, you see it, but you also see through it. You see past it. You see what's beyond it.